and welcome to Thursdays with Annette at 2 o'clock. I'm Annette and I'm here to show you how to cook one of my fabulous recipes today because yes, I've got my apron on, so that means I'm in my kitchen. Thank you so much for everyone that watched last week's show. We got such a great response. Some of the feedback I just have to share with you because I was just so fizzy about what you were saying to me, gorgeous people you. Now Erica says sometimes it's good to hear the hard truth about weight loss, and thank you for the positive tips. Well, you are welcome, Erica. Judy says I look forward to your weekly sessions. So do I. It gives me so much motivation, and that's fantastic because last week's show was all about getting back on track and motivated after Easter. Sally, I love you. So much great information today, Annette. Many thanks for your effort, your time and preparation. Being a teacher, I can relate to the 3 R's. So good to see, we can see the videos anytime as I'm working when it's live. So as you know, you can watch it afterwards. So thank you, Sally. And Mandy, I loved Mandy's story. She shared how she's lost 35 kilos since last November. Good on you. And she finds my cookbooks a real help. So that is fabulous, Mandy. Now, last week's winners, we need to talk about who won the fabulous 3 book 6s. I do like a drum roll, please, in the audience. The 3 winners are Avril Merton, Bonnie Mortimer, congratulations, and Carolyn Meehand. Go Carolyn, so excited. You'll get these 3 books in the mail shortly. So fantastic. Now, on today's show, I'm going to be showing you one of my fabulous recipes. Now you can actually go later on to YouTube. It's simply Too Good, you know, SYMPLYTOOGOOD, and you'll be able to watch it anytime you like as well. Now the recipe for today, my fabulous book 1. Love her. She's 19 and a half years old, but she's had her lovely facelift, so she's looking very fabulous. And I'm going to be making for you the recipe here called Chicken Pizziola. This is one of my all-time loves because it is so easy to make, but it's kind of got a bit of a wow factor to it because people just love it. I make it for dinner parties, and I'll explain to you how I do that as we go along. But I'm excited, I want to get started. So before I begin actually cooking for you, I want to give you a couple of tips. This is how I set my kitchen up, okay? First of all, I'm going to go to my sink. I'm going to turn on the hot water, get a bit of soap in there, and have that ready for me when I'm washing up as I go. Because I find I don't like washing up, and I think as I go along it seems to be less of a burden. So there you go. I'll let that run for a little bit longer. And then what I do as well is my rubbish bin. So I get one of my bowls, get a shopping bag, push it out, and that's now my rubbish bin. And it saves me having to go back and forwards to the bin. I'll just turn the water off. And I just put it all in there. When I'm done, I lift it up, over to the bin. Absolutely super easy. So they're the 2 things that I always start with when I'm cooking. The next thing I do is I get all the ingredients out. So today, chicken pizziola, we need some cooking spray, chicken breast, mushrooms, capsicum, ham, shallots, tomato, dried basil, garlic, tomato paste with the no added salt, and some 30% cheese. So I've got it all out now, and why I like to do that is then I don't forget an ingredient because I'm going to sort of go along with it. And also if, say for example, you're halfway through and you go, oh gosh, I haven't got any basil, and then you've got to rush to the shops, or you miss out on an ingredient that might be important to the recipe. So this is what I always do when I get started. So let's get cooking. I'm excited. So I'm going to start with the chicken. I've already done one of the breasts because I don't want to be here for hours with you bashing chicken down. But so what I do is I get one of the, the freezer bags, and there's my chicken breast. Now, there has been a couple of changes in the books, you know, for some recipes. And what I've done with this recipe is I looked at it like I did every single recipe in all my cookbooks now. Now, of course, I wrote chicken pizziola 20 years ago. When I looked at it this time, I looked and thought, okay, does it need anything different? And what I thought about when I made this up was it probably could do with the less cheese now, because we can get 30% reduced fat cheese, which I think is better than 25, because I'll take every 5 gram I get, so I changed that. But I also found that coming back 20 years on, the chicken breasts seem to be a lot bigger. I'm sure you found that too. So instead of having in the recipe 4 times 125 grams, I've now written 2 times 250 grams because they're so much bigger. And so what I've done is I've got my 250 gram chicken breast. I'm going to put the plastic over it. I've got my trusty mallet. This is all really very therapeutic, I reckon, when you can give it a bash down. And what I say in the recipe is to flatten it down, and then I'll cut it in half so that I get the 2 serves. So that was really, I think it's a lot easier now, because honestly, I think the chickens are bigger than they used to be, which kind of is a bit of a worry, I think. How come they're getting so big? I put the plastic over so I'm not getting splattered, which is always good. Let's have a look. Oh, that looks perfect. No, I'll just do that. You want it to be a reasonably consistent flatness, because in the oven then everything will cook at the same time, and that way you're not going to have a bit too dry. Now, I'm looking at this thinking, where do I do this as half? And I'm kind of thinking, that looks perfect. And so I'll get my fabulous 500-year-old tray. I mean, don't laugh at me. I love these trays. I've got so many manky old trays, but I love them. Nothing sticks to them. I've had them for a million years, and they work. So I don't need all the modern stuff. Stick with my old ones. So I'm now going to place the 4 chicken breasts, which is half each, on the tray. As I said, I did these earlier just because it was going to be quicker. There we go. Fabulous. And we'll come back to these in a little while. Alright, so now we're going to make the pizza topping. I love pizza. I don't know about you guys. Love, 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 love it. And so when I was trying to lose my weight, I thought, oh gosh, does it mean that I can never eat pizza again? Because that just would be very sad. So what I did is I made some recipes. You'll see them in book 1. I've got the pizza strudel, I've got pizza supreme, and also I've got the chicken pizziola. Now I'm going to dice some ham. I'm going to double them up. So this is like a pizza topping, and instead of it being a pizza base, which can be quite high in fat, what I'm doing is using the chicken as the pizza base. Oh, look, I'm clever. I know. I'm a genius. Thank you very much. And who doesn't love Italian food, but especially pizza flavours? So I need half a cup of lean ham. As I said, I'm just doubling the slices up. Just cut them into strips and then dice. This is such a simple recipe that I think you'll be making it often. How's that going? Let's have a look. Yep, there's half a cup. So I'm going to put that into my bowl, and this is where I'm going to make all the topping. It's basically just chop and slice, and good to go. I'll swap knives and boards, and I think I'll take that one. Alright, so now we're going to add in the mushrooms. Now we need half a cup of mushrooms. These are a little bit big, so I'm actually going to cut them in half. And I want you just to cut them in slices. If you're not a fan of mushrooms, you know, it's amazing how you either love them or hate them. You could replace it with celery if you didn't want to put mushrooms in. Personally, I love mushrooms in anything. So I want half a cup. And I kind of push it down a little bit so it looks firm. So that looks to me like a perfect half a cup. I might just throw in the dregs, what the heck. Alright, so that's the mushrooms done. Now we're going to do the capsicum. I'm using red today, but if you've got green, you certainly can. Now these are cut into strips. Might cut those a little bit thinner. And then what I do, get rid of that white, I then kind of just cut the big strips into 3. So you're wanting pieces about no bigger than that. Alright, so how are we off? We need a bit more. As I said, thin strips. I find the red capsicum is a little bit sweeter than the green. That's why I favour it a lot. But also it's all about the colour. So there's half a cup. In we go. Next, we're going to do shallots. Now you can, if you don't have shallots at home, then just use onion. It's absolutely fine, and you'd cut them into, I'd probably dice maybe the onion so it's not too big. Just clean up the shallots. Actually, I don't know, people call them different things, but I'm from the old day, and so to me they'll always be a shallot. And what's great about this recipe is, as I mentioned before, it's fantastic for dinner parties. So what I do, if I've got you guys coming for dinner, in the morning, I would, and you're slicing these by the way, I would make this all up, prep all this, and then I cling wrap it when it's completely done raw in the fridge. And when I'm ready to eat, you know, like you're all here, takes 25 minutes or so to cook, then in the oven. So all I've got to do is make a salad or something like that to go with it, and I've got an easy recipe. And I can be the fabulous hostess. So let's just throw out this stuff in my bin. See how easy it is when you just chuck it away. Now I want half a cup of shallots. I need more. Oh, perfect. Okay, so shallots go in the rubbish. We've got tomato. So, I mean, really, you've probably got a lot of these ingredients at home. All you probably need to do is just go out and get some chicken. So we want half a cup of tomatoes. I'm just going to dice them. As you can see, I am very casual about my chopping and dicing. Just make sure you bend your fingers like this when you're chopping. You don't want that because you might get a bit of nail in the meal, or heaven forbid, a bit of finger. So this, my husband Bill, who's a fabulous chef. Say hi to Bill. Hey, say hi, Bill.
Hi, everyone.
He's filming today, my gorgeous husband. And so I want half a cup of tomatoes. And don't make the chunks really big, because you want them to, they're all going to sit on top of the chicken. So, you know, think about just small dice, small slice, and it's perfect. Get rid of all that, that's perfect. There is half a cup of tomato going in. Now, that's all the dicing that I need to do. Let me just wipe my little hands. I'm now going to put into the bowl, which I'll just get rid of all that stuff. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in the other ingredients. So now I want some basil. I think it's a teaspoon. Let me make sure though. No, it's half a teaspoon. Half a teaspoon. Thank you for everybody admiring my measure spoons, because you can get them on the website, and a lot of people didn't know I even had them. And they're just fantastic because they go up and down like a little ladder. So I'm going to put in just half a teaspoon of basil. You just want that hint. And when it's dried, it's always much stronger than the fresh. I'm going to put in a teaspoon of garlic. Now, if you wanted to chop up some fresh garlic while you're doing that, kudos to you. I'm just about easy, and that has worked really quickly and well for me right now, is just doing the garlic. So now, mixing that all through, this is your pizza topping. So think about it, you know, the shallots, the tomato, the capsicum, the mushrooms, the herbs and the garlic. That to me says a pizza. It's fantastic. All right, so the mixture's all ready to go. I wonder if you're cooking this with me right now, because it's a good idea on the cooking shows. Why not get the ingredients the few days before, whatever, and make it with me? I think it's a fabulous idea. And dinner tonight, I'm excited because it's an easy dinner. All right, so now we're going to, as I said, we've got our chicken ready. Let me just move this out of the way. And we're going to put on 2 tablespoons, oh sorry, my hands are a bit slippery, 2 teaspoons, not tablespoons, 2 teaspoons of tomato paste on each chicken breast. So you can imagine, like when you're doing pizza, you always put some tomato paste on the base, don't you? So it's the same thing here. Now, if you don't want to do chicken, you know, you could replace it with veal, might be nice. That would be nice. I've even done this for vegetarians and done it on tofu. All right, so, and took out the ham, of course. So now I've just got my little teaspoon and I'm just spreading the tomato paste equally, over each of the breasts. Now, you can make this just for 2 if you want, because it's a really easy recipe to have. So if there's just 2 of you at home, but I don't know about you guys, but I'd be very happy to have this tonight, and then a couple of nights later would be very easy for me to eat. So there's our base for the pizza. We're now going to put equal amounts of the filling on the top. Oh my gosh, does this look fabulous? My gosh, I just love my recipes. I'm a little biased though, aren't I? And I really love anything with a bit of Italian to it, and especially if it tastes like pizza. Let's just equally, as I said, I'm going to use up all the ingredients. Are you getting hungry? Oh gosh, there we go. So you get plenty. Like it's a very, I'm generous because, I don't know about you guys, but I love food and I don't want to eat like a sparrow. And now we've just got the 30% cheese. So this is to be divided equally, so you get a cup. Now I've actually grated this. I didn't think you needed to see me grating the cheese. We all know what that looks like. But I really do prefer, and this is one of the changes I've made in the new books, is that I say freshly grated, because I find that the pre-grated packaged ones, I'm not a fan, and they don't melt as well. So I've gone back to the home style where you actually buy the block and grate it yourself. So this is going to go in the oven. Oh my gosh, look at this. Fantastic. You're going to do 180 degrees for about 25 minutes, 30 minutes. Depends on your oven. You just want that cheese nice and browned. There we go. Now, as I said, when I do it for dinner parties, I have that all ready to go, cling wrapped, and then what I do is preheat the oven and chuck it in just before I need it for dinner. And I would serve that. But look at the mess. Honestly, Bill, I'm such a messy cook. I just happen to have one that I prepared earlier, and this will show you the gorgeous dinner that's awaiting me. Now, this is the chicken cooked, new potatoes, get a nice bit of carbohydrate, and of course the salad. Brings it colour, it's fabulous. Chicken Pizziola has, 249 calories, 8.6 grams of fat. So you can fit this into your budget no matter what way you look at it. And I know from last week a few people were saying they were going to start journaling a bit more and writing their food diaries. So just remember, this is out of book 1. And of course, that's my giveaway this week. Of course, we want 3 people to be the winner chicken dinner, literally. So if you would like to win book 1, I say yes. Who doesn't love something that's free? What you have to do is you have to like this, this video, share, and then write done in the comments. And I will then just randomly go through it like I did this week and pick 3 fabulous winners. So that's book 1 today. So I'm super excited about that. And I'm loving coming to you every Thursday. You know, don't forget 2 o'clock Queensland time. Now, next week, I want to talk to you about the most important meal of the day, and it's, of course, breakfast. And it's really something that I'm passionate about because when I was 100 kilos, I never had breakfast. So I've got lots to share with you and to motivate you about breakfast. And the great thing is that I've already decided what I'm giving away next week. It's going to be 3 different people will win a box. Let me just get one out. Have we got a box handy? Diane, can you grab a box? Of the beautiful breakfast shakes that I have. The vanilla, the creamy vanilla, the iced coffee, or the wicked chocolate. Now, if you've been wanting to try them, then you need to make sure you're here next week. Go in for the draw. Thank you, gorgeous. We're really organised here, aren't we? Hello, winner, winner. So that's next week because obviously it's my breakfast. I have it every day and I want you to experience it. So you've got a chance to win. Now, I hope you've enjoyed this week's episode. Who knew weight loss could be so deliciously healthy? Now you can find more tips, more recipes and inspiration on my website www.simplytoogood.com.au, and don't forget I'm on Instagram as well, Simply Too Good. I'm Annette Sim. I'll see you next week. Remember, Thursdays with Annette at 2 o'clock. Happy cooking!